truth that you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison for your mind.
Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning how Abdullah taught Neville this valuable lesson concerning self. And what Abdullah would have taught Neville Goddard is that he, Abdullah, as a black man, can never see God in the image of another except as the image of himself. Therefore, my message to each and everyone who listen to me, if you look just like me, then I'm saying to you, you got to see God just as yourself. So each time you look in the mirror, you are to see the image and likeness of God. Therefore, anyone who have listened to the lectures of Neville Goddard, you would realize that Neville is actually saying that anyone who would have taught you to believe in a God outside of yourself that doesn't look like you, that he's a liar. Therefore, Neville is actually exposing his ancestors who give you that kind of belief and make you believe in a God or a savior outside of yourself. And that is why many people can never experience the blessings that are written in Deuteronomy 28 because they are bound in idolatry and they have been taken all over the world in slavery. And the ship that is taking them all around the world in slavery is this body right here that they're moving in, that is taking them all over the place. So some people look back at physical slavery and use the fact that men and women were moved from Africa by physical ship. But many people fail to realize that their body is a ship. Therefore, anywhere you go, you'll be a slave until you change your mind. And that is why Abdullah could have displayed the power of a black man when he knows that God is black, and how fearless he would be concerning death when he can see God in his image and likeness. And that is why I will never see God or the Savior outside of myself. As a matter of fact, I want to share a little story with you. Many years ago, when I was trapped in secular Christianity, I used to follow a man by the name of William Branham and his teachings. And this man was a white man. But to cut a long story short, I've come to realize that he was a part of the Klan. And right about now, I can definitely decode everything that was said by William Branham. But more specifically, he was kept on the ground and his plane couldn't even move because of the prayer of a black woman in Memphis who had a son who was sick. And so this whole symbol was to show the black woman and son. And that's why I could decode everything about the message of William Branham and show the people why it is people in Africa and people who have been brainwashed that still believe in such a teaching as the teaching of William Branham, when William Branham was only a replica of John Alexander Dowie. That's why he used to always go to the grave of John Alexander Dowie. But the point I want to get to is that while I had some tapes of this man in my house listening at the time, and I didn't know who he was, but I was listening to these tapes and I was seeking answers. Okay, I went into a certain realm. Okay, and I'm not going to try to make it short. Okay, I'm not going to go through all the details. Okay, but I met that burning bush that doesn't consume, and the man that walked from that burning bush that doesn't consume and gave me my commission was a black man, just like an African in a dashiki. And I can definitely say that he's an Ethiopian. And he gave me my commission. And that is why, my brothers and my sisters, I'm definitely qualified to speak to you. I can go into more and more things, but I'm not going to do that now. Okay? The point I'm trying to get across to you is that you have to see God in your image and your likeness. Therefore, many of our people have been giving their power away by believing in the way that the Bible was interpreted to them and point them to look to a physical Jerusalem and a physical Israel somewhere that they call the Middle East, and even places like Ethiopia, which is Africa, and not Ethiopia, I meant to say Egypt, which is Africa. They try to make you believe that it's the Middle East. And so many of our people have been so brainwashed, they have the sight on Israel and Jerusalem and think it is some holy city and believe that the people that live there, that they are the chosen people of God and so on, because they do not know their God self. And they've never had any experience with their ancestors. Also, many people are speaking about aliens and all of these things, but I'm saying to you, if there's an alien, they're black. And I would have had visitation. And if there was any literal man 2,000 years ago as Jesus, then he would have been black. But I'm saying to you, it's not so. Okay? It's beyond what they want you to believe. That is why I'm saying to you, my brother, my sisters, you got to believe in yourself. You got to love yourself. You have to accept yourself. You have to embrace yourself. And that's why Abdullah told Neville, he said, Neville, you got to start with self. And as a matter of fact, he showed Neville when this whole thing concerning who must rule in their kingdom, when it was given away and when it must come back to those who would free themselves. So this whole thing concerning Abdullah and Neville Goddard is very, very deep, and there's a lot of things in it. And that's why there's some who just want to keep you on the surface and keep you going after the illusionary wall of getting this, getting that, and manifesting this and manifesting that, when the law was only given to ease the blows. But the main point I want to get across to you is that your only power is when you see God in your image and your likeness. Therefore, any power that a black man can say that he has is only when he learned to believe in himself and get rid of that Jesus and Mary story that was interpreted to him as literal and as secular history. Therefore, true freedom is when you understand that you, from a child, you were kept in mental slavery, but now you have the choice to be free, because you shall know the truth, and the truth is what will set you free, because you come to realize that true salvation is self-realization. So when you realize yourself as a black man as being God in flesh, then you would have found the Savior, then you would have found the Redeemer, then you will be able to break the curse, because many have been kept under a curse through the teachings of the missionaries. So when the missionaries come around smiling and even bring people that look like you, don't get sick. They're bringing poison to you. So my brother, my sister, I just want to encourage you to learn to love yourself and to believe in yourself. And every time you look in the mirror, you should see God. So stop looking for God outside of yourself. Stop looking to a Caucasian man as your God. Stop looking for a Caucasian man to come from the sky. Stop looking for a blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy to come from the sky. Learn to believe in yourself and look down on no one and look up to no one. There's only one universal consciousness. So, with that being said, my brother, my sister, I just want to, say to you to emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but your own self could free yourself from such slavery. So use this message wisely by force of all, realizing that your real identity is your divinity, and use that awareness to live your life however you want it to be, and stop chasing after money and vanity. Because when you find your identity, you know that you are money, and that money is energy, and that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. So, with that being said, my brother, my sister, I don't want to be too long. I just want to, use these few words to encourage you and to inspire you and to strengthen you, to say to you as a black man, you're supposed to see your God as black, because every time you look in the mirror, you're supposed to see yourself, your God self. You're supposed to see the image and likeness of God. That's why the Chinese, they see their saviors in their image and their likeness. The Indians, they see their saviors in their image and their likeness. But there's a people on the face of this earth who seeing their savior as a white man. I'm saying to you, that will keep you in slavery from generation to generation. But here is a messenger, bring a message to you, saying to you, it's time for you to free yourself by learning to believe in yourself, love yourself, embrace yourself, and say to hell with Jesus, that idol. So let me say once more again, it's a pleasure for bringing this message to you. And if you listen to me for the very first time, and what I'm saying, that it makes sense to you, it resonates with you, helping you in any way, and you haven't subscribed already, I'm definitely encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on TikTok, I like to follow me on Instagram. You can follow me at Black Man Guru. And if you ever feel strongly to support this work, remember that there's a PayPal and the link is down below. Feel free to check it out. Also, if you would like to be a part of my Patreon community, you're definitely welcome, and I definitely would encourage you to be a part of my Patreon community. Also, I want to introduce you to a course that I have there that is called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Conscious. And it's very important for you to discover the sun that is within you, because the Romans give you the S-O-N instead of the S-U-N, and the S-U-N is the light of the world, and the S-U-N would arise in you with healing in his wings, because the Lord thy God is a sun. I'm speaking about that light that is within you, the life-giving source that is within you. That's what I'm speaking about. Okay? And when you get in alignment with that source that is within you, as you can look and see anything that the source of life shines upon it, bring forth in abundance, so too your life will replicate the sun. So if you feel strongly to check it out, I definitely encourage you to check out those videos and listen to them. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to say peace, love you all, out.